Hi, I'm Cherie, cosmetic chemist, science educator, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, now let's move on to brightening serums, best budget, bougie, and best overall. Starting off with best budget. This one has got to go to Nineless, a new Korean skincare brand on the market, I believe. This is their 10% azelaic acid serum. So this one not only has azelaic acid, it does have niacinamide, it's got panthenol, and it's got a smidge of snail mucin in it. Because it's got the combination of azelaic acid and niacinamide, it's going to help target the hyperpigmentation or the melanogenesis pathway in kind of more than one area, more than one step of the way. Niacinamide is great for sort of dispersing pigment. Azelaic acid is great for the very start, so how it starts to develop. And what I like most about this is not just the ingredients, because those are my two favorite ingredients, honestly, for especially my clog prone, sort of redness prone skin. I also do get post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and post-inflammatory erythema, and this one is not only good for that, but the reason why I like this one a lot and why I would say is one of my most reached for serums this year is because of how gentle it is on the skin. And if you do have a struggle with finding a niacinamide / azelaic acid serum that is not too sensitizing on your skin, and you have sort of a little bit of sensitivity when it comes to those type of ingredients, I highly recommend giving this one a go, because this one really is the most gentle azelaic acid based serum out there on the market. And I have used quite a few azelaic acid serums to say that. The Geek and Gorgeous one at 20% is just a bit stronger than this one, even though the Geek and Gorgeous 20% APAD is an azelaic acid derivative. This one with 10% pure azelaic acid I find to be even more gentle than the Geek and Gorgeous one personally. Now, best bougie brightening serum has got to go to Monday Muse. This is the Juice Daily Serum. This is not surprising for those who still follow me and do follow me on TikTok. This one is a favorite of last year, even the favorite of the year before, and it's still a favorite of 2024. What can I say? If I like a product, I like a product. I don't just stop using it just because it's a new year. And I've gone through I think I've gone through 3. I definitely have kept these 2, but I've gone through more. I would say at least 3 this year. Does what it says on the tin. It combats dark marks. It combats signs of dehydration. It's just a very gentle yet effective serum that you can use practically on a daily basis, and you will see an improvement of your skin over time. It's both a barrier supporting serum as well as a brightening serum. It will even your skin tone over time, and you just have to be consistent. Products like these work out better in the long run, in my opinion, if you have skin problems, as opposed to having some really strong sort of 10% salicylic acid sort of peel, and then going for a really strong retinoid, and then a really high percentage of niacinamide, and just like doing too much high strong percentage things. This is low and slow wins the race, and they really do work over time, not only to brighten and even your skin tone, but just to support an overall more healthier skin barrier. So that's why I like these a lot. This is why I would recommend this to practically anyone. The ingredients in here is also phenomenal. I have talked about it before many times, but you've got the niacinamide, you've got the centella, you've got your prebiotics in here, and it's a really nice milky formula, so it's great for anyone with dehydrated skin. And best overall brightening serum of this year. I mean, you guys know that this one is coming. You should know by now. It is the Authentic Ego Tidy Pores Lipid Peroxidation Serum with Stabilised Vitamin C. That is a mouthful. This is the best brightening serum of this year, hands down, and definitely going on my favorites of all time shelf. I've gone through, I believe, 3 bottles of this year. I have 2 backups. Yes, I am fully stocked. Thank you, Christina. I am fully stocked going into next year. I'm just going to continue using it. I've spoken about it so many times on my TikTok. This is just a one-of-a-kind formulation. This is not just your average vitamin C serum. This is a really powerful antioxidant serum and has a unique combination of antioxidants that just you don't see in formulas nowadays. It is really truly the most gentle yet effective brightening, blemish busting, antioxidant, barrier supporting serum that I have ever really come across. And I just can't say enough great things about this serum. I don't want to talk too much. I've already talked so much about this. And if you ever get the chance to try this, it will win you over. And also bonus that this is 100% Malassezia folliculitis safe. Both of her products in her line are Malassezia folliculitis safe, aka safe for those with fungal acne. And yeah, I mean, top shelf. Top shelf. Let's move on to exfoliants. Now with exfoliants, it's kind of different. I'm not doing bougie, budget, and overall because all the exfoliants I have are slightly different in terms of the product. I've got a cleansing exfoliant, I've got a serum exfoliant, and I've also got a toner exfoliant. So I'll talk about my favorites from each category, starting with the best exfoliating cleanser. So the best exfoliating cleanser for me is this one from Eucerin. This is from the DermoPurifyer Oil Control range, Triple Effect Cleansing Gel. And this one contains AHAs, BHAs, and PHAs, with BHA being salicylic acid at a 2% concentration. This one is a really, really nice gel. I was expecting it to be a little bit more stronger, especially because the name says AHA, BHA, PHA. I was expecting it to be stronger than it turned out to be. And I quite like the fact that it is relatively a gentle cleanser for the fact that it has such a combination of chemical exfoliants in it. It has a nice lather, it leaves the skin feeling nice and hydrated, and it's something that you could use potentially, it depends on your skincare routine. Are you using a retinoid? Are you not using a retinoid? If you're not using a retinoid, you could definitely get away with using this like twice a week instead of your normal cleanser and just sort of help with exfoliating your skin if you like to use exfoliants in a cleanser format. Out of all products from the range, this one is my favorite. And I think this is a really, really good chemical exfoliant based, water-based cleanser on the market that I don't really feel like a lot of people know about. So that's why I wanted to shout this one out again. Now let's move on to best exfoliating toner / best overall exfoliant of this year has to go to Eqqualberry. This is the Eqqualberry swimming pool toner. If you're active on socials, you probably know that this one is very, very viral. But unlike a lot of viral products, this one is viral for a good reason. And I think this is a really, really, really good exfoliating toner that you can incorporate daily into your skincare routine, consistently in your skincare routine, even if you're using products like, for example, I've been using adapalene and I've been using this with adapalene with no issues. And this product relies on enzymatic exfoliation as opposed to chemical exfoliation. And that's what makes this product more unique. It's something that can be used on a daily basis. It's a lot more gentle on the skin. If you have sensitive skin, if you're sensitive to exfoliation, if your skin has never really worked out with chemical exfoliants, no matter what you do, definitely check out this enzymatic exfoliant instead in a really nice goopy thick consistency type of toner, which is going to be helping with hydration as well. I have spoken about this product a lot, so again, not going to go too much into it. So many YouTube videos and TikTok videos explaining how this works. It's a brilliant, brilliant exfoliating toner. Finally, let's move on to an exfoliating serum. This is an exfoliating serum from Smood Beauty. It's my favorite of this year. It's the Super Cera Clarifying Barrier Serum. And this one features 2% salicylic acid, but in a creamy formula. So this one's going to be great for those who have dry skin, those who have sort of a more compromised skin barrier, those who are looking to incorporate an exfoliant in their skincare routine, but not feel stripping or drying like a lot of traditional liquid chemical exfoliants do. This one is a lovely, lovely cream formulation. It's got the 2% salicylic acid, but it's sort of buffered by the nourishing ingredients that they've put in the formula. I really, really like this one. It's quite unique. I think that it stands out from the crowd in terms of the array of chemical exfoliants that are out there on the market. And I believe that the brand specifically formulated this so you don't have to feel that you need to compromise. You can get exfoliation and nourishment at the same time. This one has a really great ingredients list as well. It's got the rose hip seed oil. It's also got ascorbyl palmitate, aloe vera juice. It's got cranberry and raspberry fruit extracts, which are great antioxidants. It's got the ceramides in here as well. So we love ceramides. It's got a ceramide complex of NP, AP, and EOP. It's just a wonderful all-round chemical exfoliant serum in a nourishing, hydrating, moisturizing formulation. Okay, now let's do eye creams. Let's do best budget eye cream first. We're going to do this one from Eucerin. This is the Even Radiance Dark Circle Eye Corrector. And this is a really, really nice eye cream. I like this eye cream so much. My only qualm with this eye cream is that I don't think it's available here in the UK because I did buy this one when I was in Thailand. And it's a really, really nice eye cream. From the gel texture, from the hydration that it provides, It does help with brightening dark circles, especially in the morning, and it's just a nice sort of budget-friendly option for anyone. So yeah, I really am bummed that you can't get this here in the UK, but it is a brilliant eye cream for anyone who's struggling with just brightening the under eye, hydrating the under eye, and just having more like refreshed under eye look about you. And also the fact that it's really good for those who have milia or are prone to milia under the eyes. I'm prone to milia under my eyes, and this is one of my go-to eye creams that doesn't feel too rich. Best bougie eye cream has to go to this one from First Aid Beauty. This is their Retinol eye cream with Squalane and Ceramides. So this is a retinol based eye cream. So with retinol eye creams, I prefer to use these at nighttime, but I do feel that retinol eye creams are better if you have more sort of like a hyperpigmentation under your eye, not just shadowing. Retinol eye creams are better at targeting hyperpigmentation and that sort of stuff. So this one is my favorite one. It is small but mighty. It really does the job. I like how it's not sensitizing, even though it's got retinol in it. And my eyes can be a bit iffy when it comes to retinol. And to find a retinol eye cream that doesn't irritate my under eye area, but I can use it and can use it consistently is, you know, a win. Love this eye cream. I do really like First Aid Beauty formulas, and First Aid Beauty really do sort of work hard behind the scenes to try and figure out formulas that are good for sensitive skin, but also are effective, because we want eye creams that generate results at the end of the day. And finally, best overall eye cream has to go to Haruharu Wonder. And this is also a good budget option too. So best overall, best budget, I don't know. But anyway, this is the Black Rice Baukchiol Eye Cream. And this one is also quite a viral one. I think that it went viral because of its gel consistency. It's similar to the one from Eucerin, but obviously this is way more accessible worldwide. So I do really like this eye cream. It's got a really nice brightening aspect to it. It sinks into the skin. It works really well under makeup as well. It doesn't sort of ruin makeup application. If you put concealer like straight away on top, it won't ruin it. It doesn't get cakey. It absorbs quickly. And it does a really good job at sort of not just brightening, but it kind of does a little bit of a tightening effect. I can see that it works not just for brightening my under eye, but so also smoothing out the appearance of my under eye. This one does a really good job at that. I think that's why it kind of went viral, because of it. I think so. But anyway, this is a really nice one. It features baukchiol as well. So if you are still sensitive to retinol under your eyes especially, and you just can't use a retinol eye cream, this one is baukchiol, so it's like a retinol alternative almost. You can't go wrong with this one. It's one of the best products from Haruharu Wonder. Thank you guys if you carried on watching to this point. We're almost there. I promise I'll try and speed through the last few products. Okay, let's do retinoids. So best budget retinoid has got to go to Geek and Gorgeous. I have here the 0.05% retinol and the 0.2% retinol. So this is their latest one. This is their highest strength retinol that they do, and this is the lowest strength retinol that they do, and both of these are so good. For the price point, you can't get better than these retinoids. This is specifically retinol, which is retinaldehyde, and you can't get better than these. I mean, they're really good. So I wouldn't say the word dupe. I'm not going to say the word dupe, but I know a lot of people like Medicate's Crystal Retinol. But if you are not in that price point and you do want to look for a really good retinol, then Geek and Gorgeous do the best formulas, honestly, hands down. And I know that The Ordinary did release their own retinol this year. This one, compared to The Ordinary's retinol, is less sensitizing in my opinion and experience. It's just all-rounder, a really good one. And even if you just use the 0.05%, you will start to see some results very soon. So don't skip over the 0.05%, especially if you're a beginner to retinoids. This one is a really great entry point to retinoids, the 0.05%, but the 0.2% is obviously the highest you can get, and it's just fab. Now, best bougie retinoid has got to go to First Aid Beauty. This is the 0.3% retinol complex serum with peptides. I like this one. This is, again, a great entry point into retinoids if you haven't used it already. It's also nice on sensitive skin. For some reason, my skin prefers retinaldehydes over retinol. Retinols sometimes irritate my skin more than retinaldehydes. And this First Aid Beauty, even though it's a retinol complex, it's not irritating for my skin. If you do have sensitive sensitive skin, you're dabbling into retinoids, you're starting off on retinoids, this one is a good one to start off on. Either that or the one from Geek and Gorgeous, 0.05%. Best overall retinoid has got to go to adapalene. This is my different gel, 0.1% adapalene. I've been on this adapalene journey pretty much all year this year. I've documented my adapalene journey. I only use it 1 to 2 times a week now. But when I was using this practically every other night, that's what I built up my tolerance to, every other night, it is the best for skin texture, for clogged pores, for those tiny little comedones, those closed comedones that are just there and they're just stuck under the skin no matter what you do. Adapalene has really, really worked for me. And I know that it's very, very personal. Everybody's experience with prescription retinoids are different. But yeah, adapalene gel did the job for me. And I'm glad it did because I really didn't want to have to move on to tretinoin. I love different gel. It's my baby. And I'm officially an adapalene girly. Let's do moisturizers and then we're going to do sunscreens and tinted sunscreens and then we're done. First of all, moisturizer. Best overall moisturizer. I'm not going to talk about it too much. You know the bottle. Flaskin Soy Milk Relief Protein Lotion. Best for combination skin, dehydrated skin, compromised skin barriers. Anyone looking for a nice lightweight lotion consistency that they can use throughout the entire year. Hands down, my favorite one. Just, Flaskin. Flaskin with this lotion and Flaskin with this serum. They did it this year. They really did it and won me over this year. I'm not going to talk too much about it. You guys know all about that one. I thought I was going to mention other moisturizers, but as I sit here and really, really deeply think about the moisturizers I've used this year, I just don't think anything comes anywhere near close to the Flaskin one. So I'm going to skip on Best Bougie, Best Budget, and all of that sort of stuff. So I take it back. It's just the Flaskin Moisturiser as my best of 2024 this year for moisturiser categories. Okay, now let's move on to sunscreens. Best Budget has to go to this one. This is the Hero Force Shield Super Light Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum SPF 30. And as you can see, I've practically finished this. This one has a lovely green tint. And I think I threw some shade about this sunscreen before, maybe a couple of years ago. I started using it again and I ended up really, really enjoying it. The texture of this is really nice and lightweight. It doesn't feel pore clogging on the skin. So again, if you have like combination skin, clog prone skin, you may really, really enjoy this one. And I think this is why it's become a really, really popular sunscreen. The green tint on this is just sort of like mid. It helps with subliminal redness and just sort of like evening out a little bit of redness, but it's nothing to be like significantly, oh yeah, this is going to cancel out all my redness. So if you just kind of keep your expectations to a minimum with the green tint, it's a really, really, really nice everyday SPF 30, you know, we live in the UK, awful weather, where is the sun, you know what I mean? And I just like it. I like it a lot. It's zinc oxide 17.53%. And if any of you were asking where I got this from, it's from iHerb. Now, Best Bougie sunscreen has got to go to this one from Beauty Pie. This is the Traceless Mineral SPF 30 Formula 001 Sunscreen Plus Primer. I did speak about this a lot on my TikTok. This one is a really, really nice sunscreen. It leaves no white cast on the skin, no matter if I do 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers of application of this sunscreen. It leaves absolutely no white cast. It does have a nice smooth finish to the skin. So again, it's a sunscreen and primer, and I definitely feel that it does work as a sunscreen / primer because makeup lays so well on top of this sunscreen. The only thing is that it's SPF 30, a bit like the other one. But again, in this rubbish UK weather with no sun, it is okay. It does what it needs to do as a daily sunscreen in sort of the environment that I live in. And finally, Best Overall Sunscreen has got to go to Goodall. This is the Vegan Rice Milk Moisturizing Sun Cream, and this is SPF 50 PA Quadruple Plus. So this one is, you know, your higher factor sunscreen that I could use sort of in the summer. I did do a sunscreen testing video, and out of all the sunscreens that I tried this year, this one is definitely my favorite. It has a really nice, not too dewy, not too matte finish, just sort of in the the middle. It sits really nice on my skin. It brightens and evens my skin tone without looking like I'm a white Casper ghost. It doesn't leave a white cast on me, and it's just a really, really nice sunscreen. I love the finish, love the feel, love how it sits on my skin throughout the day. It feels invisible, but at the same time, I feel that it's doing an ever so slight moisturizing of my skin that I really like. And I use this in the summer, and I didn't find it to be pore clogging or irritating my skin at all during the summer when my skin was more oily. And finally, let's do tinted sunscreens. None of these fit into the category of bougie, budget, and overall because these are all very bougie, I am sorry to say. My favorite skin tint, best of 2024, has to be this one from Sisley Paris. This is the Phyto Hydro Tint in shade 1.5. It's got SPF 15, so no, I don't use this as a standalone sunscreen. I will always use a sunscreen and non-tinted one underneath and put this one on top. I really just classify this as like a tinted moisturizer with a bit of SPF, but not so much a dedicated tinted sunscreen, if you know what I mean. But in terms of matching my complexion to a T to perfection, it's almost like a real life filter. This is the perfect shade match for me. It's incredible. And the fact that I can rub this in with my bare hands and it will be perfect every time. I don't need to go in with a beauty blender, brush, nothing like that. It's so easy to use on the go. And the only thing is the steep price point, but I can bear the steep price point because I use this very, very sparingly. I did want to mention these two as like alternative options to the Sisley one because they are a bit cheaper than a Sisley one, but not by a lot, unfortunately. This one is the Bloom Effects Tulip Dew Sunscreen Serum SPF 50, and this one is OneSkin's OS01 Shield Broad Spectrum SPF 30+ tinted. So both of these just have one standard tint color. This one is from Sisley, is the only one that has like multiple shades. Not that many shades, might I add, a bit rubbish with the shade range, but these two are literally a fixed shade because it's just like a tinted sunscreen. But these two are really, really, really good tinted sunscreens. This one leans slightly more dewy. This one leans slightly more natural, but both have a nice finish on the skin. Both make me feel like I've got a evened or glass skin complexion. It really is a cheat code to having even nice looking skin on a day-to-day basis without having to rely on like foundation and concealer, etc, etc. And of course, you're getting the high SPF 50 protection with either of these. They're really nice tinted sunscreens. The only thing is, unfortunately, all three of these are on the steep end, but I have to say, tinted sunscreens and just skin tints in general are like my weakness. And if you are on the lookout for some really, really good high quality skin tinted sunscreens, then these three are, I would say, the best options out there. Guys, I just wanted to quickly conclude because I completely forgot to mention my favorite lip balm of this year. I don't have a bougie, budget, and overall, I just have one lip balm that I stuck to all year. This was my favorite lip balm, and I'm pleasantly surprised that I didn't lose it. This is the Kathy Doll 2% Hyaluron Lip Mask, and I bought this in Thailand, so it's lasted me over a year. Bearing in mind, I think I bought 3 of these, but yeah, I'm literally at the end. It's a really, really nourishing lip balm, and if you can get your hands on these are so worth it. If you thought that the Laneige was disappointing, which I feel like the Laneige was really disappointing for me, then check out Kathy Doll because it's everything I thought that the Laneige would be and more. It keeps my lips moisturized. I can literally apply this in the nighttime, wake up the next morning, and I still have moisturized lips, unlike a lot of lip balms which I feel that end up just drying your lips over time. So yeah, I've just been sticking to this and Vaseline. This is all I need for my lips, and I wish I bought like 20 of these. I have to get more. That was so many products to get through. Oh my gosh, if you've made it to the end with me, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my YouTube channel this year. I know I started my YouTube channel this year and it's been really sort of nerve-wracking to come onto YouTube for some reason, even though I've been on social media for like over half a decade. I really, really appreciate you guys supporting me this year from the bottom of my heart. You have given me the courage to come on this platform every single month and keep talking and keep having great conversations in the comments and stuff like that. I really love the YouTube community. I have to admit, sometimes the TikTok and Instagram community can be a little little bit nippy, but the YouTube community is so supportive, and I really do love being on here. I hope you guys have an amazing festive season, whether you celebrate Christmas or not, whether you celebrate New Year's or not, but I hope you guys all do celebrate New Year's one way or another, and I will see you in my next video next year.